So my name is Lizzie Kemp, and I work at the Colorado Department of Transportation, CDOT. I'm the CDOT's Resiliency Program Coordinator. Within that Colorado Resiliency Framework, there were 6 sectors that they identified. One of them is called infrastructure. Infrastructure is really the built environment and services and systems that help a society to function. So transportation is one of those things. It's roads, it's bridges. We even here at CDOT look at things like communications infrastructure. Anything that helps to aid the movement of people or goods or information. Transportation is the way, is the way we get to school, it's the way we get to hospitals, it's the way that we get to recreation, it's how we go to see our families. Transportation allows our economy to function. So I really think that transportation is key to all of these sectors, in my opinion. I work a lot with engineers here in the Department of Transportation. We have contractors, lots of contractors who build this infrastructure, whether it be transportation infrastructure or water and wastewater facilities. We work with financing folks to help us find the best way to build those expensive projects. I like to think of resiliency and turn it back to sort of how that word has been used traditionally in more of the healthcare or human services sector, where it's been used to describe somebody or an individual who's able to survive and thrive in the face of challenge. So shocks are really the more like acute disasters, or that kind of something that has an acute impact on the system. So for us, a lot of that is natural disasters. So it's things like floods, rockfall, landslide, avalanche. We've seen a lot of those this year. So stressors, in my mind, are those things that are maybe less of an acute, like one-time sort of thing, but they're situations that can maybe limit our ability to recover from those shocks. So we could have a population that doesn't have cars. And so when a shock happens, when a major event happens in a community like that, history shows that often those communities are not as able to quickly rebound. After the 2013 floods, CDOT really did step back and say, does it make sense to keep building back the way we always have? Roadways that were washed out in 1970 and that were washed out again in 2013, if we build them back exactly as they are, it's a pretty good chance that it's going to get wiped out again. We worked with some folks who helped us to do benefit cost analysis to say, here's what we think that dollar cost risk is for the future of this roadway if we rebuild it the way it was. And here's the extra amount it's going to cost to build it in a different way, build it back better. And in the long run, that makes economic sense. And we were able to successfully make that case with our federal partners to where the emergency relief funds were able to go to building back better, not just rebuilding in kind.